he took water, turned it into wine, and as he poured out the wine, he told us about his kingdom. Let's dive in. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're diving into John chapter 2 verses 1 through 11, and we'll be exploring a question that has echoed through the ages. Why did Jesus turn water into wine? As we read through this passage, let's open our hearts and minds to uncover the profound meaning hidden within these familiar words. Day 3, the third day, there was a marriage at Cana in Galilee, and Jesus was invited with 4 of his disciples. When the wine ran out, the mother of Jesus said to him, "They have no wine." And Jesus said to her, "Woman, what does it have to do with me? My hour has not yet come." His mother said to the servants, "Whatever he says to you, do it." Now there were 6 stone jars standing there, each holding 20 or 30 gallons, the ones used according to the Jewish custom for ritual washing. So he said to them, "Fill the jars with water," and they filled them up to the brim. And he said to them, "Draw some out now, and take it to the master of the feast." So they took it away. When the master of the feast tasted the water that had become wine, without knowing where it came from, neither the servants nor anyone else knew where the wine came from. But the master of the feast called the bridegroom and said to him, "Every man first puts out his best wine, and then when people have drunk freely, he puts the cheaper wine. But you have kept the best wine until now." Jesus performed this sign at Cana in Galilee, and he manifested his glory, and his disciples believed in him. As we continue our exploration of the Bible, we want to invite you to join us by subscribing and hitting the bell icon. We would love for you to be part of our community where we unpack the timeless truths of Scripture together. Now, let's dive into why did Jesus turn water into wine. First, let's paint the scene. We're at a wedding feast in ancient Israel, a joyous occasion where families come together to celebrate their children's union. Among the guests are Jesus and his disciples. The celebration is in full swing with people eating, drinking, and reveling in the joy of the moment. Then suddenly, disaster strikes. The wine runs out. Now, in that culture, this isn't just an inconvenience, it's a social catastrophe. It reflects badly on the family and could even ruin their reputation within the community. It's a situation filled with tension and desperation. Amidst this chaos, Mary, the mother of Jesus, steps into action. She doesn't question or complain. She doesn't panic or despair. She simply observes the situation and quietly approaches her son, placing the issue before him. It's a subtle yet powerful moment. In a few simple words, "They have no wine." She conveys the urgency of the situation without causing a scene or embarrassing her son. It's a testament to her faith and trust in Jesus, knowing that he has the power and compassion to turn things around. Jesus, however, responds in a way that might surprise us. He doesn't immediately spring into action. Instead, he seems to hesitate, saying, "Woman, what does it have to do with me? My hour has not yet come." At first glance, his words might seem harsh or dismissive, but they actually reveal a deeper truth. Jesus isn't avoiding his responsibility. He's demonstrating a profound sense of timing and purpose. He knows that his ministry is unfolding according to divine plan and that this situation at Cana has a larger significance. He understands that this moment is not merely about providing wine for a wedding feast. It's about revealing his glory and laying the foundation for his public ministry. After a brief pause, Jesus finally agrees to help, but he doesn't just solve the immediate problem. He does something extraordinary. He instructs the servants to fill up 6 stone jars with water. These jars were used for Jewish ritual cleansing, symbolizing a process of purification and preparation. By directing them to fill these vessels with water, Jesus is about to transform the ordinary into the extraordinary. He's setting the stage for a miracle that will leave everyone in awe. And then comes the miraculous moment when Jesus tells the servants to take the jars to the master of the feast and pour out the contents. What follows is nothing short of astonishing. The water in the jars has transformed into the finest wine anyone has ever tasted. It's a breathtaking display of Jesus' power, and it reveals the depths of his compassion. He didn't just provide a quick fix to a temporary problem. He offered a bountiful supply of the highest quality wine, ensuring that the celebration would continue without a hitch. But the true brilliance of this miracle lies not just in the transformation itself, but in its symbolism. The use of water and wine carries profound meaning, pointing towards a greater spiritual truth. Wine, in Jewish tradition, was more than just a beverage. It was a symbol of joy, celebration, and God's blessings. The water, on the other hand, represented purification and preparation. By turning water into wine, Jesus was signifying a transition from the old to the new, from the ordinary to the extraordinary. It was a foreshadowing of his ministry, which would bring God's kingdom and its abundant blessings to those who believed in him. This miracle is not just a captivating story, it's a profound revelation of Jesus' character and mission. It showcases his divine power, his ability to take the mundane and elevate it to the miraculous. But it also reveals his heart for humanity. He doesn't just display his power for the sake of spectacle. He uses it to bring joy, abundance, and blessing to people's lives. This raises a significant question. How should we respond to this miracle? What does it reveal about Jesus, and what does it teach us about his mission? First, this miracle emphasizes Jesus' divine nature. By performing this astonishing feat, Jesus reveals that he is not just a teacher or prophet, but the Son of God, full of grace and glory. Second, it highlights Jesus' compassion and empathy. He doesn't stand by idly, but actively seeks to alleviate suffering and bring joy to those in need. Third, this miracle signifies the arrival of God's kingdom. Jesus isn't just performing a magic trick. He's revealing the incredible transformative power of his Father's kingdom and the amazing blessings that come to those who choose to believe in him. Finally, this miracle calls us to faith. As we witness Jesus' power and compassion, John tells us that his disciples believed in him. This miracle invites us to do the same, to have faith in Jesus and embrace the abundant life he offers. In conclusion, Jesus turned water into wine at the wedding at Cana, not just to save a party, but to reveal his glory, his compassion, and the arrival of God's kingdom. It's a reminder that with Jesus, the ordinary becomes extraordinary, the impossible becomes possible, and the best is yet to come. As we close our time together, we want to encourage you to keep this passage close to your heart. May the joy and wonder of this miracle fill your soul and inspire your faith. Remember, Jesus isn't just a figure in history. He's the living Son of God, who desires to bring abundance and joy into your life. Keep believing, keep seeking him, and prepare to witness the miracles he has in store for you. And remember, you are wonderfully made. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Your support means everything to us and helps us continue creating inspiring content. Also, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on new videos that will uplift and empower your walk with Christ. Thanks for joining us today.